Alright guys, welcome to the last part of this project. Now what I'm going to do is erase the portions that I don't want in the image or that I don't want to be changed with the adjustment layers, and then color in the parts that I might have missed when I was first selecting it. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that I am clicked on my raster mask, which is this guy right here next to folder 1. And I'm going to check and make sure that my foreground and background color are changed to white and black. So remember that white makes things visible on a raster mask and black makes things invisible or essentially erases things. So if I zoom in here, I'm going to immediately notice that there are parts of the pomegranate that it did not select. So what I'm going to do is use my brush tool. It's just the basic paintbrush tool. And I'm going to change my settings up here for the paintbrush. The size is fine. I'm going to leave it alone because I can change that with my brackets. But I'm going to set the hardness to about 75%. I don't want it to be this like super, super crisp edge. I want a little bit of softness to it because you can see in the picture there are no like really hard edges. It's all kind of soft. So with that set, again, I'm just going to make sure this is set to white and black, and pressing X on your keyboard will switch between those colors really quickly. And I'm going to just start painting. I'll make my brush a little larger, and I will start painting the areas that should have been included. So these edges by the leaf. And I recommend doing like short clicks because if you do really long ones and you got one part of it well, then the whole action will be undone. So I'm going to scroll up on my image. I do want to get really nice edges, so I will just pull this. I'm not sure why my mouse just appeared. There we go. So I'm just going to keep moving down. And then I'm going to keep moving up. I believe this is a branch, so this should be gone. Or a leaf, it looks like. And then this part as well looks like it's a branch. I'm going to just erase it out. And this part is part of the pomegranate, so I'm going to bring that back. And then this is the second pomegranate right here. So if I zoom out, I can see that actually this area right here, this is the pomegranate, and then this is the branch and leaf. So I'm going to bring this back as well. Just going to paint this whole area and connect it because they're right behind each other. And then I'll paint around this leaf. Okay, I think I've gotten my two pomegranates for the most part. There's a little bit of a difficult area right here with the branch because it looks like the branch is right on top of my pomegranate, and so it changed colors as well. If you come across something like this too, there is a little bit of a trick to be able to see the edges of that branch better. That trick is to select these 4 layers, so the folder and then my 3 adjustment layers, by just clicking the topmost one and then holding shift and clicking the bottommost one. So I got all 4 at the same time. And I'm gonna just set my opacity down to like 50% and press enter. So now I can still see a bit of that posterization, and I can also see the edges of the branch better. So I'll leave the opacity at 50%, and I'm just gonna go back to my raster mask now. And I will be erasing the branch because I don't want the color of the branch to change. So I'm already on my paintbrush tool, and I'll just make my brush a bit smaller. And I'm gonna start carefully erasing this branch. And then if I ever find that I like really screwed up in some spots, it's not the end of the world. I can always change it later with my brush because we are using a raster mask. If we were just going in and straight erasing this, there would be no way to go back. Like our file would essentially be damaged and we would have to start over. So that is a really big benefit of using a raster mask. So now I have that branch done. And then I have that piece of the leaf done. It looks like this leaf also got caught in the color change, so I'm going to erase this out as well. I might be seeing some stuff that like you guys can't see on your end, but I'm really zoomed in and I'm looking at it really closely as well, which is why I can see these things super clearly. And I think this is good. I'm not 100% sure yet because I haven't changed the opacity back of these layers. So what I'm going to do is again click this one and click the very bottom one and then set the opacity back to 100. I think this looks pretty good. Looks like maybe I missed, oh no, actually the pomegranate's coming in front of the leaf here, I think. I'm just gonna check really quickly. Yeah, so I'm just gonna erase this part out too. Looks like I might have missed it. And right now I'm just guessing where the leaf ends. I'm not like 100% certain or anything. I'm just clicking until I see pomegranate. So it looks like right about here is where the pomegranate starts. Then I'll just do another quick check. I think this might be a branch right here. So I'm just gonna erase it and find out. And it looks like I was right. So I'll just erase this whole portion. And now I'm just looking around. I think I am good. It looks pretty decent. As I zoom out, I actually really like how this image turned out too. I think it's mixing like this cool posterization process with a traditional photo. So that's it for my one object. Now I would go on and do my last two. And again, make sure that you guys are saving periodically as you're brushing and doing other things so you make sure you're not losing any of your work and you don't have to do anything again. So that's it for this tutorial. Good luck on taking those three pictures and adjusting them to fit this project. And I'll see you guys on the next one.